So yesterday I was doing a little bit of location scouting and I didn't find anything yesterday, but I did notice some rocks on a hill. I climbed one hill and the rocks that I saw were on another hill, and because it was getting too dark last night I didn't have a chance to check it out. So tonight I'm wandering kind of through the bush here, because on top of this hill there's some rocks that I think will have a nice viewpoint for sunset. It's just no trail or nothing to get there, so I'm kind of just meandering through the bush to find my way. I believe this is the right way, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have a nice adventure in front of us and we'll be able to do some nice photography. So this is some pretty thick brush to go through, but it's not too bad. It's kind of fun. I enjoy doing things like this. That's why I like photography so much, because you can get out and explore. And it gives you an excuse to go places you might not have gone before. And it looks like this hill might not be the right place. But I don't know, I'll keep on and keep looking. So it turns out the hill that I saw yesterday is actually that one over there, and not the one behind me, so I went up one too soon. So I still got a little bit more bushwhacking and adventuring to do. Still have plenty of time before sunset, so let's get to it. Now these spiders, you see them a lot, and I'm not really a big fan of them. Spiders don't really bother me that much, but I definitely wouldn't want them on me. So as you can see, some pretty spectacular views of the mountains and everything down there. But now that I'm looking at it, I really don't like this location, just because all the houses of Horseshoe Bay are very visible there, and I don't want all those houses in my image. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk to that side of this hill, and I saw some more rocks over there, and maybe I'll be able to get a composition more to the east and not the west. Even though this is pretty nice and the light on the mountains is pretty nice, it's just all those houses for me ruin the composition. So let's head back and look for something else. I think I might try and shoot in this area. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my camera on the tripod pretty low and put that rock with the line in the foreground. Then in the background, I'll have the mountains across the ocean and then the mountains hill to the right there. And hiking back after sunset shouldn't be too bad because the trail is just right down there. So just a little scramble down the rocks to the trail. So it won't be too bad of a climb back down in the dark. And yeah, I'm gonna get set up and then we'll hopefully get a photograph tonight. So I'm all set up here, got my composition set. Yeah, I'm just using the line in the rock there as kind of a leading line to lead the eye back to the back mountains, and then you have the far mountains across the ocean to the left and the other mountains to the right. This composition's okay, I'm not too happy with it, and we won't get any sunlight in the scene when the sky gets nice and dramatic, so that's a bit unfortunate. But still, I think the composition might be okay and definitely worth taking a picture up here. So now I'll just wait until sunset, and hopefully these clouds above me blow that way. Otherwise I'll just have a blank sky and it'll be a pretty boring image. But we'll see, I might get lucky. Still have about 45 minutes until sunset, so I'll just wait and see how the light turns out. So I'm going to take an image now while there's still a little bit of sunlight on the scene, just because in case I want to blend that in later in Photoshop, I have some light to make the image look a little bit more dramatic. A little bit of that sunlight that I can mask in later. Ooh, pretty windy up here. So I'm just shooting at 1/20th of a second, f11, ISO 100. Looks pretty good. And I also think I'm going to take a self-portrait really quick. Just because it'll be a nice location to take a self-portrait, I think, because I can run out on that rock. So yep, let's get to it. See, and then also putting someone in the scene adds a sense of scale, so it just shows really how big the scene is. So sometimes if you can't find a foreground interest, you can always just kind of put yourself in the scene and set your camera on a 10-second timer, then run out in the scene and then use yourself as interest, which works pretty well in landscape photography sometimes. So we're starting to get some real nice light in the sky. But unfortunately, there's no clouds. Those clouds blew past and blew out of my scene. There's some on the horizon there that look like they're coming this way, but they're not going to make it in time for sunset. It's just a few minutes before sunset. But it is still some pretty nice hues in the sky, kind of a little bit just mellow purples and a little bit of peach looking colors. So I'm still taking an image. I'm just shooting at 1/13th a second, f11, ISO 100, no filters. I'm on 12 millimeters. And it's not looking too bad. So that pretty much is all for today's video. The light's about gone. The image turned out alright. I'm kind of happy with the composition, but unfortunately I didn't get any sunlight in the scene towards sunset, so it's not going to be that dramatic. And I have to, and I'll mask some of the previous images in with that sunlight, so it's going to be kind of a time blending image, which I kind of enjoy doing, but I'd rather get it all in one shot. So yep, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. We had a little bit of bushwhacking and exploring, So now I know this location for maybe next time. It might be good for a sunrise location. And it's not too bad to get here either, just a small little scurry up the rocks to the trail. So alright, I'm gonna get everything packed up and then climb on down before it gets dark. And then, yeah, head on home. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.